welcome back to another week and another video. This week's a little bit different. We are in Cardiff. It's kind of farming related because Ecosil has paid for this trip because we're going to see a factory tomorrow.
But we're at Cardiff Castle now.
But we're currently at Cardiff Castle, and Jessica is just after pointing out to me that
that travel, everything. Sorry, I can't.
you're not good on camera.
So, I'm not used to the camera.
Right, try again.
Right, travel vlogs are no, I can't
You
remember what I got.
Right, she was saying that the rest of the population love watching travel vlogs, and it's like one of the most popular content on TikTok or YouTube, except for farmers who hate traveling and would never watch a travel vlog. So this video is a really bad idea. This morning I also found out the results from the election I was standing in, which was for Dale Farm director. Now, the election didn't go my way, but it was very, very close. My competition, the person I was standing against, got 114 votes and I got 112 votes. So close, but not close enough. I'm a little bit disappointed and I am very surprised, to be honest. I was probably overconfident. I was kind of sure I was going to win. Like, I might as well be honest, but I didn't, so that's okay. The members of Area 4 have spoken. They have made their votes, and that's okay.
I don't want you.
No, well, yes, technically that's basically what they're saying. Now, I am tempted to go and stand on top of one of them castle spires and do like a Trump, the election was rigged sort of speech and get Jessica. I'm not going to. It's a fair loss. My competition put the effort in, and he deserves the results, so fair enough.
This election is rigged.
No. We're not doing that. That's a joke, by the way.
And you have not seen the last of me.
Is that what Trump said?
I don't know. I don't think he ever.
No,
actually,
I don't think he did.
He didn't lose.
Well, I don't
So
think
they
he
have-
lost. It was a rigged election in America, but
But I don't think he actually.
he technically lost on votes, like me. I lost, to be clear.
Fair enough.
Trump lost the second campaign, but he's going to sweep the floor this time.
But then remember, he came back with that amazing ad campaign a few years later.
No, that was like 2 months ago.
Is that only?
Yes.
I don't understand the
So
US election.
technically, Trump won his first election. I should really stop comparing myself to Donald Trump. That is not a good look. That's probably why I lost the election, to be fair. So we'll just drop that. Sorry, we forgot. We're meant to be doing a travel vlog and we haven't showed you any of Cardiff Castle. So there you go.
It's very nice actually, but I've basically seen it alone so far.
Yes, well, I was on the phone a lot
You've
this
been
morning.
on the phone 4 times.
I had to inform people of the result. It's a nice castle walls. We went up a big tower over here behind that tree, and I enjoyed pretending I had like a bow and arrow and was shooting people. It's got a moat.
It does.
We highly rate a moat. It's got a nice bridge.
The farmers don't care.
And no, they don't. Right, we're gonna keep moving, and we'll catch up with you later.
This is actually really pretty, to be fair.
Oh, secret chamber.
Listen to the noise.
Oh wow. This is scary. I love a billboard. That's disappointing.
Oh, it's winter.
It is wartime. Wow. This is the best bit so far. I love World War II. Best bit of the castle tour so far. Bit of World War II history.
Want for the scenic shot.
Yeah, it's a clock tower. It is currently 12 o'clock. What lovely ceilings. We have to whisper now. Is that not a bit racist? I don't know. Kind of reminds me of our house.
So far, I've learned that the Welsh know how to do a good ceiling.
So that's our review of Cardiff Castle, is great ceilings. So, right, we're now in a market.
We've just bought Welsh cakes.
Okay. What are
Do
they?
you want to try one?
Not really, no.
I'm assuming you're meant to take them without butter.
These are like lumps of bread.
What does everything? They're just gone.
They're really nice.
That is actually.
Mmm,
It's the sugar.
much better than I expected.
What's
I mean,
Is it fruit?
oh, we have a phone call. Right, be right back. If it had switched, it would have been a coin flip. That would have been more interesting. I know, but it's done now anyway. So that's the result. So, Jessica, why have you bought clothes?
Because not me.
No,
Obviously,
it
I'm
was
at
you.
no fault.
It was entirely
May
you.
have left all my luggage at home. It didn't
So-
even make it onto the plane.
So what happened
Like
was,
literally everything.
no,
What's on me is what I brought to Cardiff.
I put her suitcase in the car, and we left our son off at my parents, and Jessica lifted her suitcase out of the car, left it in our house, and then we headed off to the airport without it. So
To be fair, we realised 10 minutes into the journey and Andrew wouldn't turn back for
no,
it.
we didn't have time. We did have time.
We did have
but
time.
I thought we might not have time. So Jessica has bought a single outfit of clothes and about £150 of makeup because she left all that at home as well. And it's all me who's paid for it. So Jessica's mistake, but I paid for it. So this has been
I did though get some very nice Charlotte Tilbury makeup out of it because my card wouldn't work at the counter.
ridiculous. Right, let's go get some food. I'm having to explain to Jessica that fish will jump up this.
There's no way fish don't jump up. Like
Yes,
up
they do.
steps.
Yes,
How
but
does a fish? And that's going against the stream. Is that not just salmon?
no, fish can jump. Fish can swim.
But not up the way, not
Yes, they
against the
can.
current.
Yes, they can. Yes, they can. We just missed a boat going up the lock, so I'm gutted. The lock gates have a bit of a leak. I suppose they're not meant to be sealed tight. Kind of forgot to say we're not in Cardiff anymore. We're now in Swansea, and we reckon we've seen all the nice bits of Swansea in about 20 minutes. So that's our travel guide. Is if you want to come to Swansea, it's worth a stop
Yeah, just
if you're passing.
leave an hour max.
An hour for Swansea. You'll have seen the lovely harbour, jetty area, and that seems to be about it. Well, just as I wrote Swansea off, we have a very interesting building. Do you know the way I make like farming videos and farmers watch them?
Yeah.
Is there any fishermen making fishing videos? And there's tons of fishermen watch them. Like, is it? I have never seen a fisherman on TikTok.
You're just probably not on fisherman TikTok.
Well, I want to. What?
You might be listening on a boat.
I think we are. Do we go back
Yes.
to see the? But this might take ages.
What else have we got to do?
Fair enough. It's Swansea. Come back to see this boat. This is very exciting.
So instead, let me get this right.
Yes. What?
Instead of getting paid for the products that you didn't promote but you used,
Yes.
you said, send me to Swansea.
No.
That's much better.
No. I can't put that in the video. No. This has been lovely.
No, that's really
It's
nice.
been really
I
nice,
actually have really enjoyed myself.
But mainly because I hired a Tesla and it is very nice. It's made me want one. But right. Let's see if there's actually a boat. Otherwise, we've walked 5 minutes back for nothing.
Oh, hardly 5
Well,
minutes.
2 minutes. They don't know that. They're watching. That is one big hydraulic ram. That is very impressive. There's no boat. They're just like resetting the jetty, dock thing, whatever you call it. I think we've been a wee bit harsh on Swansea.
No, we're just joking though.
Yeah, I know, it's a lovely city. The
It's
worst,
actually really nice.
the worst decision we ever made of a place to go on holidays was in America, where on the map we seen a state park, and it was one of the first state parks opened by a president. So we thought,
remember all this?
yeah, I remember it all. It was awful. I mean, it was good. So we looked it up and we were like, right, it's an hour out of our way So it's going to add 2 hours to our journey. But it's a national park. It looks really cool. We'll go.
I think we wanted like the next state as well. It was in a different state. So
Oh, yes. Okay.
we're like, oh, we'll go here and then we can count that state.
Okay, I forgot about that detail. But we ended up driving an hour out of our way, and it was the worst attraction that we had ever been to. I swear the woman behind the desk was shocked to see us. It was in the middle of nowhere, and it was essentially a small cave with nothing to see, and you weren't allowed to walk in it.
You didn't really learn anything.
No, and it was like a 4-minute walk to get there.
Can you imagine in the middle of this random place in America, these two Northern Irish folk
Rocking up to go and see this cave. And it wasn't even a nice walk. It was like a 4-minute walk from the visitor centre, and then you stood there and it was an empty cave and you weren't allowed in, and then we had to turn around and go back to this tiny visitor centre and get back in the car and drive like an hour back to where we were meant to be. So anything's better than that. Yeah. I don't think it's illegal to record stuff when you're driving. I don't know. I've done it plenty. Yes. Jessica's recording this, is not me. Okay, so this morning we are on our way to the factory where they make EcoCell. Basically, Volac make all of their bacterial products for the world here in Wales. And the reason we're here, the reason we're on this trip, is to go and see their factory and get a tour. So that is the last thing we're doing before we head home this evening. And I am going to explain to Jessica what Volac is and what it does, since she has no idea, and she's also coming on the factory tour, so she kind of needs to have a basic understanding of what it is we're going to see. So basically, Volac make a product called EcoCell, okay? Is this called mansplaining? Am I going to get in trouble for this?
Yes, it is mansplaining. That's fine.
So they make a product called EcoCell, and I'm a big fan of EcoCell, and I put it on all of my silage. And you know how much I love my silage?
Yes.
So it basically makes my silage better, okay? And because I have been a big fan, and I have sort of promoted their product, if you like, they decided that they would invite us over. Well, they invited me, they didn't invite you, let's be honest, over to see their factory and to get an idea as to the process of how the product's made. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yes, and then I was like, well, I can't really be bothered going over to see the factory, but if you wanted, I could bring my wife with me and we'll go for like 2 days and we get to see Cardiff and stuff. And they were like, oh yeah, absolutely. And I was like, okay then, absolutely, let's do that. So that's how we've ended up here. That's how we're going to see the Volac factory.
I'm really
EcoCell
excited to see the factory.
I know you are.
I love a good factory.
Yes, and to be fair to the woman who we've been dealing with, who's in charge of the EcoCell brand,
she's been amazing.
yes, she is very good at what she does.
Yeah.
Like she
I would buy EcoCell off her.
like I am very aware that she has built so much loyalty up. So to the point where the idea of ever not using EcoCell now is now impossible. So
she's very good.
she knows exactly what she's doing, but she is
excellent.
Yes. So that kind of gives you a bit of background. Probably not going to film very much at the factory because should I?
Yes.
Well,
That's what people want to see.
Right, will you film it then?
Yes, I'll film
Right,
it.
Jessica's going to be my camera woman, okay? So
we'll find out at the end there's no sound for anything.
2 other exciting things about this trip is, number 1, we hired a Tesla, well I hired a Tesla to try to convince Jessica to let me buy one. She's not convinced, but now I want one even more. Like I have loved driving this car.
I am
it is
less
so good.
convinced now.
No, it is so nice, so easy to drive. Like just,
we're not buying it.
I love the UI, like the graphical user interface that they have, and I want to make my GPS look more like this.
That's not very good. Sorry.
So I'm gonna spend the next few months trying to make my GPS more like the Tesla UI. It's so clean, it's just perfect. I love that. Second exciting thing is that The Ecosil Volac factory is in Port Talbot, which has the huge steel factory. So after the visit today, before we head back to the airport, we're going to go and see the steel factory and get as close as we can to the outside fence, because it looks incredible, absolutely incredible. So there you go. I will see you in the factory. If the camera is all shaky, the angles are bad, the sound's bad, that's all Jessica's fault. So it's up to her from now on. So this is a new section of the video where Jessica's going to review merch.
I think this is what they'd call a haul.
A haul, okay, yeah.
We also got Ecosil.
Just-
Hello.
Hello. Right.
The original 1 gram of
Points?
Yeah, exactly that. So each smudge, each bar, is in theory 1 bacteria.
Yes.
If it's a dark one, there's a lot of it. If it's a faint one, there's less of it. Alright? So what it shows, within each column, that shows you all of the bacteria that are present there at that given time. Okay, so what it allows you to do is to see change over time as well. Okay? But the two big stark differences in this is this one up here, which is a massive MT1 soon. Okay, so after 3 days, absolute dominance of that
That is
fermentation.
the lactis bacteria. That's the bacteria. That's not specific to MTB.
No, it is. So the reason we can be pretty confident it's MTB1 is because it isn't dominant.
Yes.
Okay, so everything else is the only difference between these two is I put Ecosil on this. So that we can be pretty confident is MTB1. But the kicker is that it has inhibited everything that's going on down here. Whereas in the untreated silage, we haven't got one thing dominated. We've got about 5 or 6 different things down here.
Yes.
And they are absolutely dominating that fermentation for the first, at least the first week. Okay, and they are all enterobacterial. So that's the sort of slurry type things. But from that image next door, if you let that happen, you get a real mix of products. So VFAs, alcohols, all sorts of things. They'll be breaking down protein, so you'll get ammonia in your samples. But you're also getting huge dynamics.
Okay, so that is our trip to Wales pretty much finished. We're about to head back to the airport in the next hour. Before we do, we are in lovely sunny Port Talbot, heading towards the steel factory. I kind of want to see it before we go. But just finished our visit to the Ecosil factory, where they make all the Ecosil for everywhere in the world. It was very interesting.
It's incredible. We didn't even realise it was all done in Wales.
No, I really enjoyed it. I got to massively nerd out and like ask the most technical, detailed, pedantic questions that anyone's probably ever asked them. But I really enjoyed it. I think you enjoyed it as well.
I did honestly enjoy it.
Yeah.
Did I understand it? No.
No.
But like I truly enjoyed it.
Yes, lovely people.
They were so nice.
That's what I would say is my takeaway.
They were so genuine and really passionate about what they do.
Yes, so a very good day, a very good trip. Thank you to Ecosil for setting this up and organising everything. Yeah, it'll be nice to be home, but I sort of never cope well on holidays, so the fact I've enjoyed 2 whole nights away is kind of surprising. And actually, you know what? Port Talbot, not as grim as I expected. Like, it's quite nice for the 10 minutes we've been
What
here.
a review.
What a review. So anyway, I know that video is very weird this week, but I wanted to document some of it. Like to try some different things. So hopefully you enjoyed that. I'll leave it to Jess to give her final thoughts on Southern Wales. Bear in mind that some Welsh people might watch this, so be nice. Do you want me to give you the microphone?
Be nice. I'm always nice.
Don't say anything mean about Southern Wales.
No, I'm not saying. There's nothing mean to say about it. I would say it was surprisingly great.
Surprisingly great. So there you go. If the Welsh Tourist Board wants to take that on board. Wales, surprisingly great. That's actually not bad.
Welsh cakes, 10 out of 10.
Do we have any more then?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, excellent. Right, anyway, we're going to finish our walk, get some good shots of the steel factory. If I get some, I'll put them in at the end of the video. Otherwise, I'll see you next week back on the farm.